So after much prodding and poking, I've managed to get it out. Now I think the easiest way to do this, when you first look at the board, on the videos I've seen, you can't see the LEDs, so I thought I had the wrong version of board, or a newer version. But when you take the board out, that's what it looks like. That's the LED board. So see, they shine LED light and down this plastic see-through backing, and then it's reflected by the white stickiness, this white reflective tape on the back. To get this out without doing too much damage, I did put a bit of debonding agent, but it didn't really work. So what I used was a tiny little bit of heat, but then this started to ripple from a hot air gun. So that kind of loosened it a bit, and also soldering loosened it, as a guest with the other videos. But what I did was I supported the base of this with, say, 2 bits of wooden stick like that. So I haven't taken the LCD display off. I used a very sharp knife, scalpel, and then I cut down just one stroke either side of the board. So then this board and this panel here, you can't see it in the video very well, flaps away. So it flaps away very gently. This just comes out then dead easy. So putting it back in, I'll move this across this way, drop it in, fold it back, maybe tiny dab of cyanide glue on either side of it, some strong glue, and then do the same on the other side. But this is a much easier method of doing it. Just slightly cut there, kind of cut there. No, I may put a little bit of silver tape there, but I don't think that's going to make any difference to the light path. And now with this board out, this is your classic kind of PCB with the mounted LEDs, and you can see it's a lot easier to work on. So this is going to be relatively easy to replace these LEDs with it out now. It's just a case of, it's a long-winded way of doing it, but I didn't want to damage the display. And if I use a multimeter with a diode test function on it, you can see the LEDs light up. So ones at the furthest away from the backlit display are the white ones, and the top ones are the blue ones. So blue closest to the display, white ones below. I'm going to put the green on top there and the blue on the bottom. I don't know if it'll make any difference which way around to do it. We'll find out. Okay, so brutal method of removing the LEDs, because you just don't want to damage the pads, and they're no good anyway. So I'm going to change them anyway. So high temp soldering iron, right over the LED, do it in a ventilated space, and just make sure you cover the solder pads, and then you're just going to wipe it or push it off. It usually just comes off onto the soldering iron, but don't breathe in the fumes if you can help it. Let's try and do this. There we go. So brief as possible. So that's okay. Once you clean the pads, it'll be fine. Let's just do that now. See, when that's cleaned up, that'll be fine. It'll be okay. So then you can just tin it on, rather than messing about and leaving the soldering iron too long. And then you lift these tiny little pads, and then you've had it, because I haven't got one of these boards. So it's yeah, just brutal method. Just apply solder right across, wipe off. Next one. So I'm going to stop recording now because it's difficult to solder this close and this small. I'm going to remove all these, and then I'll maybe take one, test at me adding one LED, and then I'll add the rest. So this is the board now cleaned. As you can see, it's not too bad, considering. So now I'm just going to use a bit of IPA, cleaned it. I've got 0.3mm solder, my fine tip soldering iron, and this is not a very hot soldering iron. So again, just going to touch up the pads with some new solder. Just basically just tin them. Okay. Too much of that. So you just want to be brief. Clean your tip. Touch, take it off its tinge. That one. And these ones here. Okay, so that's now prepped, ready to put the SMDs on. Check the orientation. I'll get one side on, hold it with tweezers, heat the other side and press down. So before I mount these SMD LEDs, I just wanted to point something out. On these ones, on other SMDs, they have a marking, so they have like a T shape with the bottom of the T pointing that way. That side points to the cathode, which is the negative supply, and the other side, the flat side, is the positive. You see with my LED tester, the LED lights upside down, but you can see it lights, so it's positive to negative there. What was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, also if you flip the LED round, the clue that you've got the right way around, the cathode is normally bigger. So if it's translucent LED and you can see a surface area underneath, you'll have a bigger area of the cathode, and that's usually the cathode's the negative side, and the smaller side, where the junction is, where the wire goes across, is the positive side. What you can do, you can push down on the LED. Just a little bit of pressure on top. And off. Yeah, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So that's one side on. So that's one done. Bottom one is finished. So before you can put it in, you can test it. So if you light up one, it's all blue. If you light up the green, there we go, blue. So working for it goes in. Obviously not as pretty as this one, but it will suffice. You'll learn when to stop, otherwise you can damage the board. Okay. Yeah, so this is with the LED boards now back on. Just put a little bit of super glue on either corner there and fitted it back in and soldered it back to the main board. It's not secure now. What I'm going to do is put the hot glue back in the corners, so there, that side and that side, and then reassemble it and then give it a test. Probably should put the hot glue on as I pushed it down and soldered it, but there you go, you live and learn. So as long as it's secure, it should be good to go. Okay, this is my Taranis X9D LED modification completed.
You have no friends.
Did I set out to achieve what I wanted to do, which was to convert mine to backlit green LEDs? Yes, I did. Difficulty rating, not as difficult as the STM replacement that I did when I killed it, but trickier than what I thought it was going to be. Would I ever do it again? Not in a million years. That's 4 hours of my life I'm never going to get back. No, I'm only joking. You could apply this technique to another transmitter or LEDs with a similar display. You could use different colours. Just take your time. The way I've done this before with other repairs is I've used a reflow station hot air gun, heated the board underneath and did it that way. Apologies, but I haven't got the equipment to really video that, so I just wanted to do it as, again, using a standard soldering iron to show that it can be done. Not my best solder, not very proud of it, but it got the job done. So yeah, if you follow the instructions and do it slowly, carefully, then it is possible to do. So on mine, I'll just show you kind of what range I've got. So mine will go from green through to, hard to see in this light, through to blue and like a cyan colour, purpley colour, and then back through to green, which is kind of a retro look, and that's what I was aiming for. So yeah, so if you're going to attempt to do this on this radio or another one, good luck and thanks for watching.
Thank you for flying with Audio's Airways. We hope to see you again soon.